15-year-old Camina says she's lucky to be alive. She's now back with her parents after a dramatic escape from what she describes as torture and abuse at the hands of her employers. Her scars are a painful reminder. These photos were taken when she was admitted to hospital. She says she worked 20 hours a day with hardly any food, locked in a house and beaten every day.
Iya, yang paling parah kepala.
My head was the worst. She would always beat me on the head with whatever she could find. My arm was broken, and I have scars from the time she burned me with the iron.
Camina finally managed to escape through a bathroom window. She's decided to file a case against her employers, the first of its kind in Indonesia. The husband and wife could face up to 10 years in jail for child abuse and breaking labor laws. Many young girls in poor neighborhoods like these have only one option, trying to find work as a servant for a middle-class or rich family. Nearly 2.5 million underage girls all over Indonesia are trying to escape poverty this way. But what many find is abuse, exploitation, and sometimes even death. Human Rights Watch is calling on the government to grant domestic workers labor rights and make sure those younger than 15 go to school.
The government officials tend to look on these girls as being sort of not even as real workers. A number of government officials told me that these girls weren't actually workers, they were just helpers. But our research shows that these girls are working perhaps longer and harder than many adults here in Indonesia.
If they can afford it, Indonesian families routinely hire domestic workers. Human Rights Watch estimates that nearly a quarter of those workers are under 15. This family in Jakarta employs 3 girls, aged 14, 15 and 17.
Pertama-tama alasannya adalah
It's easier to train young girls to do domestic work, and I see them as part of my family, like my own daughters.
The government wouldn't respond to the Human Rights Watch report. Camina is back in her poor neighborhood, helping her mother, while her father tries to make money as a scavenger. She hopes that justice will prevail.
Iya, aku dendam. Pengen dipenjara sekali.
I want the people who did this to me to go to prison for the rest of their lives.
Her first attempt to escape poverty failed, but when her wounds have healed, she'll have no choice but to find a new job as a household maid. Vaessen, Jazeera, West Java.